towards the end of 2020, Google Stadia closed out the year with such a bang, but there still are a few questions going into 2021 as far as things that people are asking for support on. One of those things, Google TV support via the Stadia app, might be coming sooner than we expected. See as whoa, Stadia app might be ready soon for Google TV. Let's get into it.
Stay sick cause I follow my gut. They say I was pushing my luck. I'ma push me a matte all black truck. Oh, I'm not sorry.
What's up, people? What is going on? It is your boy MM2K back again in 2021 for what I believe is this our first. Nah, it might not be our first one. We putting out so much content that we starting to lose track. Speaking of putting out so much content, y'all see that ticker above? Those are the supporters that are now part of the Stadia Dosage News online member community. They are getting special access to our Discord, to certain special channels within the Discord, to videos, you know what I'm saying, to audio recordings. If you want access to all that, even me and my epic fail at trying to play Outcasters for the first time, but I had a ball, y'all, I'm telling you. Then you'll definitely want to hit that join button below and become a member of the Stadia Dosage News community. And with that said, no more bibble babble about all that. Let's get into today's video. I appreciate all of y'all. Y'all know the deal. I am not too proud to ask. Let's get into it. All right. So, as I said at the bumper, Stadia killed it 2020. You know what I'm saying? With the 1-2 punch of Cyberpunk 2077, and the roundhouse right of the support on iOS, that really just propelled it into a whole another stratosphere. As far as going from zero to hero, you know what I'm saying, in a 12-month span. But there still are some things that people are looking for them to do. Several questions like, Gen 2.0 or upgrading your server blades to match, pretty much what PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X is pretty much promising to do with like ray tracing and increased graphics, and increased frames per second more consistently. Also, another thing is the games lineup. Now, we know that they're working towards that. We saw with the leak of the Resident Evil partnership that was going on with Stadia, where Google dropped a lot of money to get Resident Evil 7, and they're getting Resident Evil 8 on the platform. And one of the more, I don't want to say peculiar, but one of the more interesting internal battles that we have, and I completely understand, I get it, because on the surface, it doesn't make sense. But one of the internal battles that we had within the community was about this Google TV, right? Like, and what Google TV is, it's the Chromecast, it's the latest edition of the Chromecast, and it's different from all other Chromecasts. Like, all other Chromecasts were just a streaming dongle. You couldn't install anything on there. But this newest Chromecast, which is codenamed Sabrina, or Google TV, I'll just call it Sabrina for sake of this video, Sabrina doesn't operate like any previous Chromecast. It operates like a Fire Stick or a Fire TV item. And it's great that they did that because it works so much better than Fire TV. Like, Google TV is taking over my home. Fire TV gets no more play in my house. And I'm not one of those ultra Google versus Amazon people. I like Stadia, but that's kind of the circle that I stay in is about Stadia. Being a fanatic for Google for anything else really ain't where I fit into this whole scheme of things. And I love my Fire TV. I was like, oh, there's nothing better than this, right? And the Fire Stick, because it's so mobile and so agile, and there's so many things you can do with it, right? That's until I got beholden to the Google TV. They took everything that was great about the Fire TV, enhanced it, integrated YouTube and better search and assistant mechanics, and oh man, it's a wonderful thing to partake in. With that being said, us Stadia fans, we were wondering, hey, this thing is going to have Stadia support once it comes out the box, right? This is going to be great because this is going to have Bluetooth ready capabilities, and now finally on a Chromecast that I can connect to my TV, I'll be able to use my PlayStation or my Xbox controllers in case I don't have a Stadia controller. Meaning if I just go out and get the Sabrina Chromecast, I ain't got to worry about getting the whole $100 kit. I could just pay $50 and get access to Stadia, right? Well, not necessarily. At launch, Stadia's app was not ready, was not supported on this Chromecast. It caused, an uproar more legitimately in the community than it did outside of the community, right? So, and I get it. And this is one of the things where you kind of want Stadia, even though they're doing the grassroots marketing, you kind of want Stadia to get better at detailing why they've made decisions to leaving it up to people like myself, Project Storm, Gaming Advocate, aka Chase, Eddie Player One, and people like Sunny Cloud and all those. Look, we love this platform and we don't mind breaking it down, but we're not the face of the company. Sometimes you need the face of the company to break things down. So that kind of didn't help the situation. That being said, it made perfect sense why. Again, this Chromecast operates more like a Fire TV, where you can actually install stuff on it. It just isn't a casting dongle. The previous Chromecast didn't operate like that, and Stadia was built to operate with those previous Chromecasts. Being that this is a completely different makeup, it operates differently, then the app is gonna have to operate differently, and it's gonna take some time. Don't understand what I mean? Well, if you got a Fire TV stick in your house right now, look up how to sideload it, and then after you go through War and Peace entries on sideloading on your Fire TV, try to play it. Try to play it and tell me what you think. You know what I'm saying? So you'll understand why this was an issue that's going to take some more time to resolve. And because this thing is so great as far as combating what Fire TV does, they couldn't wait. They couldn't let slip by them the holiday season. It had to go out this holiday, whether the Stadia app was ready or not. Google, whether we want to admit it or not, is bigger than Stadia. Yes, it's important that Stadia is supported. Yes, it is. However, Google's bigger than Stadia, and Fight for the Living Room is instrumental to everything Google and Amazon are trying to do. This is something that Google couldn't sit on just for one app. They couldn't do it. And it's a smart thing that they did it. I love my Google TV. And what I did is I love it so much and I wanted to try Stadia on it that I did sideload Stadia on it, and it works pretty well, but it's not as smooth as the CCU experience. And you know how the overachievers at Google are. If it's not super ultra super buttery milky smooth, they ain't putting their stamp of approval on it, right? So they said expect support by June 2021. Well, per a latest finding, it looks like it might be coming sooner than that. Let me show you something. This is a Reddit post. Shout out to the homie. Me Studios. And he's showing us, he or she is showing us that they went to the store on the Google TV Chromecast or Sabrina. They went on the Sabrina store, and Stadia is now in the store. Now, what that means for those of you that are like, okay, what's the big deal? Because it wasn't there before. And we were told this thing wasn't coming till June 2021 or by June 2021. This is a big deal because if it's sitting in the store, that's letting you know that the support and to make the framework to get this thing on there is going to be, it's already etched in stone, rather. The support work is already there. And if it's already there, it might only be just a matter of short time before this thing is fully there. I mean, and as someone who sideloads this and has to sideload updates manually, I can tell you that with each manual update that I've applied, there has been significant improvements on how this thing reacts on the Sabrina Chromecast. When I first sideloaded it, it was nothing for my game to just stop playing and it take me back to the home screen. Since the latest update, which was a December 9th or something like that, I haven't done that. And there might even be a more recent update than that. But that December 9th update is good enough for me. So that being said, it looks like that the framework to get this on there is almost ready. And just to give themselves some wiggle room because of COVID or maybe some development complications, that's why they just said June of 2021. This is going to be huge. Why? Because again, like I said earlier, to give people access to Stadia via their TV per either this dongle or if they got Android TV baked directly into the TV, for this to be able to work there means that this truly becomes a $0 platform. Truly becomes a $0 platform. If you got a Google TV item, great. It's a $50 platform, but you ain't got to buy no controller now. You ain't got to pay the $100 for the whole CCU kit. Also, if you got Android TV built into it, that's $0. If you want to play on your PC, that's $0. If you want to play on your laptop, that's $0. Your Android device, that's $0. And your iOS device, that's $0. That's going to be huge. And when you get fidelity and gameplay like how you see with Cyberpunk 2077, this thing is pretty much an 8th generation platform with 9th generation elements. It's not even in its full 9th generation stage yet. So the simple fact that it's so cheap to get, as far as the barrier to entry, cheap as it could be in a lot of ways, $0, depending on when you want to play. And the simple fact that it's not even in its current generation iteration yet, say that fast 5 times. Man, this is something to behold. And a lot of people are enjoying this platform because of Cyberpunk 2077. They're seeing that the stuff they were told was not accurate and was not factual. And it's only going to make the platform grow even more if more people get access. So this is a great thing to behold. I'm enjoying this. I'm loving this news. And I can tell you, the combination of Google TV, which is fantastic, Google Stadia, which is also fantastic, the combination of that finally merging in one perfect union, mwah, perfectimo. And with that said, that's it from your boy MM2K. Let me know what you think about all this in the comment section below, because like I always say, I'm curious what I think. But if you did like what I had to say, check out the links below to follow me. Those links will lead you to the Broadband Bullies, PNTS Network, Hard Knock Digital Culture, and yes, the Stadia Dosage. And again, if you want to become part of the Stadia Dosage News member community, just hit that join button below, get all the perks instantaneously. With that said, you all have a wonderful, wonderful gaming day. Peace.